My name's Eric Warren, and I'm here to speak to you today about consolidation in the industry. I'm the president of GTT for the Americas. It's not all doom and gloom. I think this is an amazing time. There's an amazing opportunity for all of you in this room. And I will tell you, I think your clients need you more than ever to help them. How many of you have been around as long as me and can relate to this slide, right? It's been an amazing 35 years. It's been 35 years since the breakup of AT&T. And it's been a wild ride. If you think about all of the competition and the reconsolidation, it's been an industry of change, but still an industry of really mass opportunity for all of you. So how did we get here? I want to talk a little bit about how we got to this point. If you think about the roaring 90s, right? It was a really fun time of growth. I think there was a new CLEC starting every week, right? But it wasn't necessarily sustainable. There was tremendous amount of capitalization in our industry that spurred a whole host of new companies. Most of the companies up here took on a lot of debt, had very few customers, right? Very little revenue. And a lot of them had flawed business plans, right? So it was a fueled marketplace, but not necessarily sustainable. And I'll share with you, I was a part of this board here. I got a call in 1993. I was still pretty young. I was working at MCI, and a company called WinStar called me and said, "Hey, we're interested in talking to you about a position. You have a good background." And I said, "WinStar? I've been in the DC area my whole life. I've never heard of WinStar." And they said, "Well, WinStar is a new company. We have 20 employees. We don't have any customers yet. We don't have any revenue yet. We're going to deploy this new wireless technology, but we raised $2 billion. And I remember thinking, $2 billion? That's a lot of money, $2 billion, right? Subsequently, WinStar went on to raise another $2 billion in funding and is one of the companies that didn't make it, right? So fast forward through 2000, and I will tell you, it was an exciting time for all of us. It was a lot of fun. 2001 came around, and investors started to ask the internet companies and the telecommunication companies, where's the revenue, right? Where's the margin? Are you making money? And we had the internet downfall, right? The dot bomb, right? The dot bomb period. In addition to those failures, companies like Enron, everyone remember Enron? WorldCom, Adelphia, all in our space failed in that same time period, right? It was an incredible time period. The stock market lost $5 trillion in value in that time period. $5 trillion, right? Fast forward just a couple more years, and it was 2008, and we had the banking downturn, the banking crisis, right? It was a time period where people were questioning whether the financial markets of the United States were stable. Right? It was a really tough time. So it's amazing how fast this grew and how fast things changed, right? So as much fun as this was for a lot of us, including myself, there were problems with this market, right? So first of all, it was a really poor use of capital. And I will just say, for example, I worked at TW Telecom. We used to build fiber to lots of buildings. I remember someone calling me in my San Francisco office and saying, "Hey, I want to build to the Embarcadero complex in San Francisco. It's $300,000. And I said, "That's great. Sounds like a good building. How many fiber providers are in the Embarcadero?" "We'll be the 9th. And I remember thinking, the 9th fiber provider. I have to tell you, we did not get a return on the capital, and I could almost assure you the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th fiber provider also didn't get a return in capital. So it just wasn't efficient. There was downward price pressure, right? It was fast and furious. We all talked about the race to zero. Remember those days, right? It was too fast. Companies had limited geographic areas and limited product sets, led to lots of complexity for our customers. Large enterprise customers and building owners, they were shaken by all these failures, right? A lot of our large customers said, "I'm going back to the monopoly. I can't take this anymore." The building owners said, no more fiber builds. I have to hire someone to take all this gear out of my building, right? And at the same time as this, cloud migration, data center, mobility, security, those were becoming the CIO's major challenges. So companies wanted to simplify their network. They wanted more one-stop shopping. This was complex. In many ways, it was a tough time, but we got through it, right? And I'm sure there's lots of you that look at this board and think about, I may have recommended a client or two use one of these providers that are no longer around, right? So let's fast forward and talk about our industry and scale and reach. What do I mean about reach? Reach for a telecom company. Carriers who have more POPs, use more off-net providers, that have national and international coverage, that have a better cost structure and a good customer experience, they're going to win, right? That's what I mean by reach. If you have more reach and a better cost structure, you're probably going to win. What I mean by scale is, if you have a $20 million telecom company and a $200 million company, both of those companies need HR staffs, accounting staffs, access management staffs. They need all those functions, but the $200 million company does not need 10 times more people, right, in those areas. So that's what I mean by scale. So where are we today, and how does it negatively impact you guys, right? This is what I've heard from speaking to lots of you. There's fewer suppliers. There's less competition. During consolidation, the customer's experience suffers. And maybe most importantly, revenue diversification. I met with someone the other day, and they said, man, I thought I had the most diversified business. I had most of my business with 3 carriers, TW Telecom, Level 3, and CenturyLink. Uh-oh, right? Uh-oh. So where are we today? I have to tell you, I think there is tremendous opportunity for all of you. First, technology is more complex than ever. Companies are looking for your help, right? They're looking for your help to navigate. They want simplicity. Network function virtualization, SD-WAN, security, mobility, cloud migration, data center strategies, the Internet of Things. Those are where they want to spend their time. That's where they need to spend their time, in that complex world. It's true there are fewer choices today, no doubt about it, but they're financially stable, right? They're very financially stable. And your enterprise customers, they haven't lost faith in our business today. They have not lost faith in the carriers that are out there today the way they did in the 90s. You know, many of today's partners have a vast product portfolio with national and global reach. It helps your clients keep it simple, right? It helps the network. The network is what drives all those technologies. They want the network to be fairly simple. So your cheese has moved, right? There's been lots of consolidation. You know, one of the values that you add to your partner is to help them navigate all that change, right? The service you provide to your partners, to your clients, it may be the one consistency in a world of a lot of change and a lot of complexity that they hold dear to them. That's a huge value that you guys provide. All right, so why did they ask me to speak about this topic today, right? I work at GTT, and we're a massive consolidator in the industry, right? Hibernia, Mammoth Networks, GigLinks, Avani, Splice, Perseus, Global Capacity, Transbeam, ACI in Toronto, and we're working on closing Interroute, right? We are driving a lot of that consolidation. However, I'll tell you, our customers don't feel the pain, right? We integrate quickly. We have one billing system, one platform. We try to make it as simple as possible for all of your clients. But the one thing that this consolidation does, it adds all of those companies' features and functionalities and reach into more of a one-stop shop for you guys, right? So there really is benefit there. You know, in summary, our industry is healthier than ever. Enterprise clients need your partnership. They need someone to help them navigate the complexity. The areas you guys add a huge amount of value: vendor selection, technology road mapping, bridging the service gap, cloud migration, network security best practice, and the big mother of them all, SD-WAN migration, which is an enormous opportunity. So I'm going to end with a quick story. I flew in early, and I played in the Telecom for Change golf event. If any of you are out there who helped put that on, thank you. Awesome event. Awesome event. You know, we started with a lunch, and one of the surgeons came in who helped take care of the patients from the shooting. And to hear the stories, it's so heartwarming to hear stories like that about humans helping other people. And we were able to, the charity handed him a $25,000 check for the hospital. So it was a very nice golf event. So anyway, I played with a partner from California. And one of the great things about golf is by the 6th or 7th hole, you have a new good friend, right? So I have 2 new good friends. And I said, hey, I'm speaking on Wednesday, and I'm talking about the benefits of consolidation. And he looked at me and he kind of chuckled and he said, you got screwed. He said, can you get another topic quickly? There's no benefits to consolidation. No benefits. Less competition, less price. I can't think of one good thing you're going to say up there. So I thought, wow, this is going to be a tough 15 minutes. Played another 2 holes, and I said, hey, tell me about your business. What's going on with your business today? And he had the biggest smile on his face. He said, the growth is incredible. We cannot handle all the new clients, all the new revenue, all the new opportunity. And I sat there thinking, you know, you have to be present. It is a really, really good time today for all of you and for us. It's very easy, and I think it's human nature. I don't know why, but I think it's human nature to think about how things were so much better 10 years ago, right? The good old days. We all want to focus on the good old days, and things were better in the past. I'm here to tell you, I think things are good, really good right now, really good for all of you, and seize the opportunity today. Take advantage of where we are today, because I can guarantee you one thing. 10 years from now, you're going to look back and go, man, things were so good 10 years ago, right? Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.